There seems to be an endless amount of doom and gloom all over the timeline, whether that's the realization that the wealth gap continues to grow, leaving more and more goods becoming unaffordable, job security declining, leading to an increase in unemployment, or the overall uncertainty of which direction this economy is going to go. Whether you believe the direction is good or bad, you literally have no option but to adapt to this game of survival. Personally, I have a feeling they're going to plan to crash this market. As job layoffs and unemployment trends higher, I'd expect larger sell-off sometime this year as people will need the funds to afford their expenses. Again, time and time, the solution remains the same. Build something for yourself, create streams of income, and have assets to protect you from all the turmoil. I'm not saying to only obsess about money, but to a certain degree, you really have to understand the importance of getting your bread up. I've worked in various healthcare settings, and the outside of the hospital, hospice, and home health. 9 out of 10 times when a family member gets ill, only one member is tasked with assuming care and having to put their whole life on hold. A very stressful, emotional, and extremely expensive situation that can have a long duration. There's a reality that this will happen to you at some point, and even a reality where you are the ill one and unable to provide. The most important people to me are my parents, my brothers, and sometime down the road, my future wife and kids. If and when that time comes, I want to be able to afford that care, and most importantly, afford that time to spend with them. So I started this new job this week and finished my orientation, my first week of orientation. And although I'm appreciative of this position and all the benefits it's providing, I can't help but feel that this is all just a humiliation ritual. I'm stuck indoors 10 hours a day, staring at a computer screen, probably worsening my vision, having a 30-minute break for the whole day that's being monitored by the second, and having superiors and clients that legitimately view you as an ant. I have friends protesting at their jobs for higher wages, safer ratios, only to be retaliated by higher-ups and other ants telling them to just shut up and get back to work. Is that really all you want to be? An ant? Even at the post office, I drop off packages at. I was checking out the online reviews, and there's just a buttload of constant downvoting, people leaving nasty reviews over employees who don't smile enough or do their job with enough enthusiasm. Again, these are coming from regular people, not the higher-ups in corporate. Literally everyone just sees you as an ant and wants you to be a good little ant and do your job serving everyone with zero complaints. Personally, I can't justify living a life like that for the next 30 years. Especially with the retirement age continuing to push back, we might even be looking for the next 35 to 40 years. We're on this earth for a limited amount of time, and I'd hate to be limited to that role. Luckily, there are many solutions to this disastrous cycle, but they all really require you to grind. I worked this whole week. I was hitting the gym after clocking out, packaging some orders late at night, and preparing for the next day. Have a per diem job that I even picked up for this weekend. So going to be working those shifts and packaging more items to ship in today and tomorrow and even on Monday so they could sell throughout the week. Pretty tired, but I know I'm building something real and giving myself a big competitive edge in this life. Again, not for myself, but for my future family. I often receive a lot of backlash from family and friends regarding my approach, but they really don't get it. In the beginning, it definitely sucked as I didn't have much to show for it. But now, although I'm still in my amateur years, I'm quickly seeing the results of my effort. All those micro contributions to investment accounts, the inventory I bought for the business, and even building on social media, they're all paying off, and I'm so excited to see where the next 5 years take me. The duality of man is avoid being unemployed, plus poor, but to chase being unemployed, but rich with investments and multiple cash flowing businesses. Every single day, I can feel myself stacking XP to get there, slowly but surely. The time to grind really is now, and I'm sticking to my formula with intentional fine-tuning here and there, but it definitely sounds boring and tedious, but I believe that it's all possible. And as weird as it sounds, this grind is fun. It feels somewhat like a video game, and every so often you really get to see the progress of your work. So I plan to grind out my job, utilizing the pay to invest aggressively, continue to scale the business, milk out my side gig of running a social media page, and staying on top of my health by consistent training, eating clean, and getting quality sleep. Even with this YouTube channel, we're up to 4 subscribers, which is actually pretty funny to me. I like tuning into the analytics. I think we got like 3 hours of public watch time, but we're for sure going higher this year. But so far, just little updates onto my stats, I guess, for the month. I'm at about 3,000 in sales this month, and hopefully to get close mirroring last month's 8K in sales. As far as the side gig, I'm doing about $400 in earnings. A pretty big drop off from last month, but that's kind of what I expected. And it's nice now that I have a consistent income from the new job, but I'm not taking my foot off the gas because we definitely have much more to do this year. I'm aiming to pay off all my business credit cards by this summer, which at my current pace should be doable. Hopefully I get it done sooner, which is obviously better, which means 100% of all of the payouts become more ammo for me to spend this Q4 on more inventory to sell next year. I think I'm going to leverage more 0% credit cards this year as I did last year. Talk about that in more future videos. Yes, it's risky, and I was pretty scared doing it last year, but that extra funding really expedites the process. Really going to help me get to my ultimate goal of making 10 to 20,000 profit months. So my aim for this year is 5K a month in profits, which I am on track doing. I did about like 4 last month. So I'm expecting a big chunk of those sales to come later this year in Q4. As for my income, so I mentioned it previously, but just going to be continuing to my employer's retirement plan, maxing out my Roth IRA, which I think for this year is like $7,500, and a few individual stocks here and there if the bleeding continues, and plan to use the side gig income, 100% of it, into Bitcoin, and just keep posting on this YouTube channel, 1 video a week. And so the plan remains the same. We're just staying the course over here, and I hope you all do the same. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend, everyone, and until next time, peace.